Now see here orthogonal sets and orthonormal sets. Suppose V is a real inner product space. Let phi be a real inner product space. Phi be a real inner product space. Real inner product space. Inner product space. Let W be a set of vectors v1, v2, v1, comma v2, dash dash dash, comma vn, be subset of phi. See here. Phi a real inner product space W v1, comma v2, comma vn is a subset of phi. Then the here the set W is said to be an orthogonal set if any two vectors of W are orthogonal, means perpendicular to each other. That is V1 and V2 are orthogonal to each other, means angle bracket V1 comma V2 is equal to 0. Means if any two vectors are orthogonal to each other, then the set W is said W is equal to V1, V2, Vn is said to be an orthogonal set. Now W is said to be an orthogonal set, to be an orthogonal set, an orthogonal set if angle bracket vi comma vj, angle bracket vi comma vj is equal to 0 when I is not equal to j, when I is not equal to j. Means for any two different vectors their inner product is 0, then the set W, means any two vectors are mutually perpendicular to each other, means any two vectors are orthogonal to each other, then the set W is said to be an orthogonal set. Example, let WV is equal to C minus pi to pi. C minus pi to pi means the set of real valued continuous function defined on the closed interval minus pi to pi, where and inner product and angle bracket f comma g, angle bracket f comma g is equal to integral of f of x is equal to integral of f of x into g of x, g of x with respect to x from minus pi to pi. Now see here C minus pi to pi is the set of all real valued continuous function defined on the closed interval minus pi to pi, and for any f and g belong to V, we define the angle bracket f comma g is equal to integral of f of x into g of x with respect to x from minus pi to pi. Now see here later W is equal to W is equal to cos x sin x, cos x sin x. Let W is equal to cos x sin x. Here then W is equal to cos x sin x. Then here then W is an orthogonal set. Then W is an orthogonal set. Actually, this example is not very fit because it contains just two vectors cos x and sin x, and the integral of cos x into sin x is equal to integral of cos x into sin x is equal to 0. Now integral of cos x into sin x, integral of cos x into sin x with respect to x from minus pi to pi, from minus pi to pi is equal to integral of 2 sin x into cos x, 2 sin x into cos x upon 2 with respect to x from minus pi to pi is equal to half integral of sin 2x with respect to x from minus pi to pi is equal to half minus cos 2x upon 2 from minus pi to pi, and this is equal to 0 because cos theta is equal to cos minus theta. This is equal to 0, and therefore cos x and sin x, these are two element set, is an orthogonal set, is an orthogonal set. But see here, now see here, let us consider one more example. Let yes, example number 2, let s is equal, let p is equal to r3, and inner product is Euclidean inner product. Inner product is Euclidean inner product. Then the set S 2 comma minus 1 comma minus 2 comma 1 comma minus 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 1 2 comma 2 comma 1. Now you see here, student can verify that this set is an orthogonal set. This set is an orthogonal set. See here V is R3 and inner product is Euclidean inner product, that is the usual dot product, and therefore one can verify that the set S of these three vectors is an orthogonal set. Now see here, now see here, now see here orthonormal set, orthonormal set, orthonormal set. Let V be a real vector space. Let V be a real vector space. A real vector space. Real vector space. V be a real vector space, and W is equal to V1 comma v2 dash 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 comma vn is a subset of v. Let v be a real vector space and w is equal to v1 comma v2 dash dash comma vn is a subset of v. Then the set is said to be an orthonormal set if w is said to be an orthonormal set an orthonormal set if angle bracket vi comma vj is equal to 0 when I is not equal to j, and angle bracket vi comma vi is equal to 1 for all 1 is less than I is less than n. Now here, suppose V is a real vector space which is an inner product space, which is an inner product space, Suppose a W V1, V2, Vn is a subset of V. Then W is said to be an orthonormal set if angle bracket Vi comma Vj is equal to 0 when I is not equal to j, and angle bracket Vi comma Vi is equal to 1 for 1 is less than I is less than n. That is angle bracket Vi comma Vj is equal to delta Ij. Now here is equal to 1 when I is equal to j, and 0 when I is not equal to j, Now this delta Ij is called as a Kronecker delta. Therefore, angle bracket Vi comma Vj is equal to delta Ij. Such a set is said to be an orthonormal set. Example, let V is equal to Rn and the inner product is the Euclidean inner product. Then the set B 1 comma 0 comma 0 comma 1 comma 0 dash dash of 0 comma 1. Now here let B is equal to 1 comma 0 comma 0. Second element is 0 comma 1 comma 0 comma 0 and 0 comma 0 comma 1. Means each element of this set is such that only one each element is non-zero, and all elements except one, all component except one component are equal to 0. Now here B is an orthonormal set. Because if EI is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 1, 0 comma 0 comma 0, 1 at ith place, and EJ is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 1, 0, 1 at jth place. Here angle bracket EI comma EI is equal to, if we consider Euclidean inner product, then angle bracket EI comma EI is equal to 1, which is obviously true, and angle bracket EI comma EJ is equal to 0 when I is not equal to j. Therefore, here this is a therefore the set B is an orthonormal set. B is an orthonormal set. Theorem. Theorem. Every orthogonal set of non-zero vectors in an inner product space is linearly independent. Every orthogonal set of non-zero vectors, every orthogonal set of non-zero vectors in an inner product space in an inner product space is a linearly independent. Now see our theorem. Every orthogonal set of non-zero vectors in an inner product space is linearly independent. Now see here, every inner product space is a vector space, and in a vector space, if we know what is a linear independent set. Recall, in a vector space, a set is said to be linear independent if alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus dash 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 plus alpha n vn is equal to 0 vector implies alpha 1 is equal to 0, alpha 2 is equal to 0, alpha n all are equal to 0. Such set is said to be linear independent set. See here, so this theorem is that every orthogonal set of non-zero vectors in an inner product space is linear independent. Now let us prove this. Let V be a real vector space. Let V be a real vector space. Real inner product space. Inner product space. Let W be W is equal to V1, V2, dash 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 comma Vn be subset of V be orthogonal set, be an orthogonal set, be an orthogonal set, orthogonal set. Therefore, angle bracket Vi comma Vj is equal to 0 when I is not equal to j. When I is not equal to j. Now see here, we prove that W is an linear independent set of V. We prove that W is an linear independent set. W is an linear independent set. Linear independent set. W is a linear independent set. let alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus dash 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 plus alpha n vn is equal to 0 vector. Let alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus dash 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 plus alpha n vn is equal to 0 vector. We prove that alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n, all these coefficients are equal to 0. Now in order to prove that W is linear independent set, we prove that alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n all are 0. Now see here. Now let v1, since the W v1 v2 vn be a orthogonal set of non-zero vectors. Here our one of the assumptions is he is an orthogonal set of non-zero vectors. Non-zero vectors. That is all the vectors of W. No vector of W is zero vector. Therefore, therefore angle bracket v1 comma angle bracket alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus dash 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 alpha n vn angle bracket v1 comma alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus dash 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 alpha n vn is equal to alpha is equal to angle bracket v1 comma 0 vector is equal to angle bracket v1 comma 0 vector. See here, we are proving that every orthogonal set of non-zero vector in an inner product space is linear independent. Proof: let V be a real inner product space. Let W v1 v2 vn is subset of V be an orthonormal set of non-zero vectors. That is the angle bracket vi comma vj is equal to 0 when I is not equal to j. We prove that W is a linear independent set. Let alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus dash 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 alpha n v1 is equal to 0 vector. Now let us take inner product of v1 of each side with vector v1. Therefore angle bracket v1 comma alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus dash 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 alpha n vn comma angle bracket v1 comma 0 vector is equal to, see here we use the additive property of inner product and a linearity of the inner product, and this is equal to alpha 1 angle bracket v1 comma v2 plus alpha 2 angle bracket v1 comma v2 plus alpha n angle bracket v1 comma vn. Now see here, v1 v2 vn subset of v is an orthogonal set of non-zero vectors. Therefore angle bracket v1 comma v1 is not equal to 0. Angle bracket v1 comma v1 is equal to norm of v1 square is not equal to 0. This is equal to 0 because the angle bracket v1 comma 0 vector is 0. Therefore alpha 1 into angle bracket v1 comma v1 norm of v1. Now see here, since the set W is an orthogonal set, v1 and v2 are orthogonal, v1 and v3 are orthogonal, v1 and vn are orthogonal. Therefore angle bracket v1 comma v2 is equal to 0. Angle bracket v1 comma vn is equal to 0. 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. Therefore now angle norm of v1 square. Now since no vector is 0, norm of v1 square is not equal to 0. Therefore alpha 1 is equal to 0. Alpha 1 is equal to 0. Similarly, considering the inner product of this equation number 1, with vector v2, we find that alpha 2 is equal to 0. In general, taking inner product of any vector of this side with the vector vi, we get alpha is equal to 0. Therefore, we can establish that, we can find that it is clear, we can show that. Similarly, we can show that alpha 2 is equal to alpha 3 is equal to dash dash is equal to alpha n is equal to 0. Therefore, alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus dash dash alpha n vn is equal to 0 vector implies alpha 1 alpha 2 alpha n is equal to 0, and therefore W is a linear independent set. Therefore, W is a linear independent set. W is a linear independent set. Linear independent set. Independent set. Therefore, every orthogonal set of non-zero vector in an inner product space is linearly independent. See here, a set is said to be linear independent if if alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus dash 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 plus alpha n vn is equal to 0 vector, then alpha 1 alpha 2 alpha n all are 0. We proved that every orthogonal set of non-zero vector is an linearly independent set in an inner product space. Now see here, orthogonal bases. Orthogonal bases. Orthogonal bases. Orthogonal bases. Bases. See our orthogonal bases. Orthogonal bases. See here, suppose V is a inner product space and W. Now see here, in case of vector space, we know what is the basis. The basis set is the maximal linear independent set. See here, suppose V is a vector space, the set W is equal to V1, V2, Vn is a basis of W. Number one condition is that W is linear independent set. That is, the vector v1, v2, vn are linear independent vectors. And number two condition is that every superset of W, that is any set W, any set of V containing W is linear dependent set. Such a set W is, if such a set W is there, then it is possible to express every vector phi of vector space V uniquely as a linear combination of v1, v2, vn. And if W is such a set, that it is a linear independent set and it's any subset of W, any subset of V containing W is linear dependent set, then W can be used to express uniquely every element of vector space V as a linear combination of the elements of W. Such a set is called as the basis of W. See here, so when a W is a basis of V, W is a linear independent set, W is a maximal linear independent set, and every vector phi of vector space V can be uniquely expressed as a linear combination of elements of W. Now see here, orthogonal basis, suppose phi is a real inner product space. Phi is a real inner product space. V is a real inner product space, then W is a basis such that its elements are orthogonal, that is they are mutually orthogonal to each other. Then such a basis is said to be orthogonal basis. Such set is said to be orthogonal basis. Example, V is equal to R3 or V is equal to Rn. Then the set E1, they set E1 is equal to 1 comma 0 0 E2 0 comma 1 comma 0 0 remaining E3 En. Now you can verify E1 E2 En in case of Rn is a basis, because these three vectors you can easily verify these. If there are these a set containing the vector E1 containing 1 as the first component and remaining component 0, E2 containing second component 1 and all the component 0, E3 containing third component 1 and remaining component 0, or such En nth component 1 remaining component 0, then the set B E1 E2 En, E1 E2 En is a linear independent set. It is an orthogonal set, and it is a maximal linear independent set. Therefore B is a basis of Rn, which is an orthogonal, and therefore B is an orthogonal basis of Rn. Therefore for any real vector space phi, for any inner product space phi, if a basis is an orthogonal set, then that basis is called as an orthogonal basis. And further, if the basis is an orthonormal basis, that is then that basis is, then it is called as an orthonormal basis of phi.